this is the Explain Everything whiteboard app, and what you can use it for is you can use it as an interactive whiteboard. It's really cool because you can use it to make Khan Academy like videos. You can use it during active instruction if you're able to project to your screen or cast to your projector. You can export videos, and what's really cool about it is it records audio and visual things all together. If you really get into it and put a lot of time into it, you can make some really cool animations, or you can do really quick walkthrough videos. Alright, so I got pretty much here's when you open the app, it takes you to your dashboard, I guess. I'm not really sure about all this at the bottom. Haven't really explored that, but if we come here, let's go to new project, start a new project. I'm going to use a blank canvas. You can explore the templates. There's a few to go through. And then there's also files. Again, I haven't really started a project from a file. I've always started with a blank canvas. All right, where's my little pointer? There it is. All right, so up here we have projects. Click right here to get back to where we just were. All your projects, your home dashboard. Here, where it says whiteboard, that's the name of your current project. Let's go ahead and rename it tutorial. Can't spell right now. Do a quick save. All right, looking at frame options, I believe that is just to edit the orientation of your whiteboard. And right now I have it set to landscape. You can duplicate the project from here. That's a great step to do when you get further along. Like, let's say you have a huge project and you don't want your previous work to get messed up somehow. That's one of the downfalls of this program, is if you don't take certain steps and work in a certain flow, sometimes it's really hard to undo something, and it's really easy to mess something up or accidentally erase something. So it's sometimes good to save in duplicates. If you get something you really, really like, go ahead and duplicate it. And just keep duplicating and duplicating and duplicating till you get to the final outcome, and then you can delete the duplicates that you didn't end up using. But having a duplicate will always give you a chance to go back. It's a saving point, basically. And you can also create your own templates. Alright, so let me get my pointer back. Over on this side, blue button. This is how you export your video when you're done. You could do video, document, image, or save it as another project. And then right next to it, the three dots, that's going to be your account information. It's got my name, your settings, help center. This is your go-to. This is the three dots of help and information. All right, so let's go over to our sidebar over here. At the top, we can import files and information. All right, so image from Unsplash. Haven't used that. Existing audio, if you have a track, or let's say you record your audio separately from your animation. Trucker, stop it. It's my dog. And you go to the, sorry, so let's start up here. Oh, can't click there. Existing image or video. It'll open up your photo library, and you can import media from there on your iPad or tablet. You can import a file from all of these resources, your drive, your files. I'm not sure what system is used on a tablet, as I'm using an iPad, so I'm sure if there's other options, the equivalent of files on a tablet would also show up here. All right. The clip art is really cool. There's tons of clip art, and that's really good for making your work more engaging, more fun, more poppy. And there's all types of things to choose from. Nice way to make your project sparkle quickly. As I said, it is very much like a whiteboard. The artistic tools in this application are not very advanced. You have, let's actually, you know what, let's go there. We're going to jump down. You have a pen, pencil, ruler, get the ruler, you can draw your straight lines, you can maneuver the ruler using your fingers. There's that. Go to the pencil, you can pick your grain. And see, as you move away from the ruler, it doesn't continue to snap. It'll snap so far. And once it's snapped, it's snapped. You have to pick up and draw again. All right. The last cool thing about these is you click on your color, and there's two options, stroke and fill. Your stroke is the color of your pen. And I'm going to go back to pen because I like it. Okay, and then your fill is going to be a secondary color. Let's go green. That will fill if you close your shape. Or maybe not. Oh, there we go. You have to click the fill button right there. So what I did, you couldn't really see my hand do it. But once I made my shape, see how that icon below the pen, the circle with the stripes going at a diagonal, click that and it will fill your shape. So I draw my line, see how it's gray, it's black now, click it and it'll fill. And it will only do that if you have a color chosen. Oh, no it won't. Looks like the default color is a gray. So just make sure you're adjusting the color for what you need. And you can mess with opacity, make it more transparent, all those fun things. So you can kind of see the transparency. All right, now look at this. Let's go to the marker actually. Marker, same thing. It's definitely like a highlighter. It's a very light color, but it's not transparent. And you can do different sizes for as you need. All right, now for the eraser, the first image is just a straight up erase. The second image, I can't remember. I believe it's just a straight up erase as well. If you've inserted a picture, then you can use this tool, the last button, to erase the picture. It will erase what I've done now, but it will also erase an image that you've inserted. All right, so we don't have to go through and erase nice and slow. We can actually come down to the X down here. Oh, see the X? All right, and you can select elements and delete them that way. What's interesting about elements in this program is if, let me get rid of my ruler. I forgot how to get rid of the ruler. Go away, ruler. What's interesting about elements in this application is if you were to draw, let's just draw some things. Okay, and let's select them with our X. See how they're grouped, even though they're not touching? Sometimes they group, sometimes they don't. I haven't quite figured out the method for what decides to group and what doesn't. Alright, but then again, that's how this application can get messy sometimes. Like, let's say you're writing out your math, and you made a mistake, and you want to just erase the 30. You can't just erase the 30. You're going to erase everything. You have to come back, get your eraser, and do it manually. Alright, moving down the line, we've done eraser. Okay, now let's take a look at our paint bucket. Got some fill colors. Now you can't just change the background color. See, I get the error. So let's come down here to your template pages. Alright, so if you click, don't click the plus, that's going to give you a new slide. If you click the plus, I got a new slide. This gets a little funky. Haven't figured out what the second slide is for, because when you go to export your video, if you have things on more than one slide, the second slide doesn't show up. It's quite strange. Alright, so more info on that hopefully later. Or if someone knows what I'm doing wrong, I'd appreciate it. So I'm going to hit the red trash can and delete it. Remove item. Okay, I have my page selected, and I'm going to click the little rainbow. Here you can pick your background color, and there is a ton of colors to choose from. You can use your spectrum if you'd rather use the spectrum, extended color palette, simple, or you can do the hexadecimal. I'm going to go back to white. Now, I don't have my pointer, but on the left, there's textures you can do as well. Paper, grid dots, grid, horizontal lines, vertical, or blank. And you can even change the pattern color, which is pretty cool. There we go. All right, I got my background set. All right, where were we? You can also add shapes. By clicking through. So the default shapes are square, got a little app-like square with the round corners, circle, lines, arrows, and a star. Okay, now there's lots of fun settings you can do with these. You can change the weight of the line by going to those, do you see the 3 lines over here above the pink square? Click on that, and that can adjust your width. And then we got different styles. If you would like your line to have a shadow, click the tree, and it will have a shadow. When the tree is gray, there will be no shadow. To change color, double click or hold the border selection you want to make, and you can change the color. Oh, see, I'm changing the fill. I don't want to change the fill. I want to change the border. I want the fill to be nothing, or white, whichever you prefer. I usually do transparent just because usually it's more fun. Alright, and then go to the border, pick your color, click away, and you can make your new shape. And another pipework production flow thing, you have to re-click the tool. You can't just make a bunch of shapes over and over again. You have to keep re-clicking it. Alright, coming down, you can add text to your piece. Alright, and as you can see, you can change the text color and change the fill of your text box. Oop, wrong button. Be sure to change the color before you type, or you have to go back and highlight and fix it. You can change your typeface, size, justification, superscript, subscript, cross out, all those fun type options. Okay, and then down here, we got our little, you know what, I actually haven't used this tool a lot. Oh, that's right, it duplicates. Okay, so, see, I duplicated. Let's copy my text box. We're going to copy that. I'm going to take my copy tool, make a box around it. Boom, there's my copy. Voila. Alright, you can also do a freehand. I believe that's what the lasso's for. You can do a freehand. Make a little wonky shape. Woo! There we go. Let's see what the knife does. What's the knife do? Not really sure what the knife does. I'm gonna have to Google that. Alright, let's delete a few things. If you want to delete a bunch of things at once, you can drag and drop across the screen. So I'm going to start up here at the right left-hand corner, drag across everything, hit the X, now everything's gone. For presentation purposes, because again, this is a presentation tool. Now, if you ever need to indicate on screen, there you go, you get pointers to do just that. You got lots of different options. You could even do a lightsaber. Woo. And now I wish I didn't delete everything, because the last part, the last tool, that little eye, is your inspector element. So let's go ahead and get a few things going up here. Okay, so with the inspector element clicked, you can do lots of different things with the things you create. You can arrange them, edit them, or lock them. So if you're going to arrange something, let's go ahead and select. I'm going to drag and drop like I did with the delete element or tool. Okay, there we go. So now you can send back. You can edit these, you can duplicate. You know what, actually, let's go ahead. Let's do a different color. Let's do red. Let's do scribbles. And I'm gonna write a name up here. So get your inspector element out, select the blue, and if something gets selected that you don't want, I believe you just have to click it again. You can ungroup, click away. There we go. You can flip, rotate. Woo! Oh, that's cool. It kind of is just doing it by itself. Oh, that's fun. Oh, you can change the speed. Oh, that's cool. You can make like a rotating sun. So see, as you can see, I'm no way a pro. Still learning, but this program is really cool. You can make some really cool things with it. All right, so let's stop that. Back to the inspector element. All right, locking things. That's really cool. Locking things is a great way to make sure you don't mess up any of your work. All right, so you can lock them. Now you can't do anything to it. It's done. I'm trying to select it with my move tool and nothing's happening. It's done. All right, let's go back to the inspector, but you can still click it again and you can change what you lock. So unlock it by clicking it again. You can just lock the rotation, so now you can't rotate it. You can't scale. And same thing with the horizontal and vertical. Now you can't do it. It's locked. It's done. Can't do it. All right. All right, where was I? So again, I believe you can ungroup things. So all these blue lines, I believed, are grouped together. So nope, can't ungroup them. And again, that's very strange that you can't ungroup them. The only way I could think to get around that is to go to your duplicator tool, duplicate what you want separate, move it out of the way, and erase the extra. Now they should be two separate elements. Let's see. Let's see if we did that right. Yep, now they're separate. Another thing that's not very intuitive is you gotta go back to the hand tool if you want to move something. You can't select it with the inspector element and then move it. It's not the same. Arrange front to back. There was one other thing that I wanted to show in here. It had to do with making something part of the background. Oh, set as background. Alright, so when you select this option, boom, now my title Bob right here, if that was my lesson plan or whatever you want to always be on the screen, will always be there now. It's part of the background. Really good for headers or, again, any information you want posted, whether it be an objective or a learning outcome or academic language, you can post it there and paste it and just lock it in. And you can always change that later. Alright, because now I'm going to show you how to make your video. Okay, come down to the bottom. Get my little element. Come down to the bottom down here. Click the red button, and you're recording. I'm turning my mic off so things don't get wonky in case I export it. But go ahead and click the up arrow. Oh wait, you can't do that while you're recording. So while you're recording, the app is recording your whiteboard. So when you click on an item on the side, the app isn't recording you using the tool, but it will record your drawing. So you can turn your microphone on and talk along with your drawing as you say 4 plus 3 equals 7. How can we use 4 plus 3 equals 7 to solve 40 plus 30? And you can give students think time, you can get creative and come up with a way for them to pause, you can come up with codes for them to let them know that you want them to write and follow along or just listen along, and do a bunch of things like that. And I've been recording this whole time. Okay, so I'm going to stop recording, and now my timeline appears. And if I scroll back, see how I'm going backwards in time? Let's go back to the very beginning. Okay. Before I turned my microphone off, it recorded some audio, and I don't want that audio there. So, how do you get rid of it? You can click and hold, and you get options. Delete, start selection, split, or delete all from here. That means it will delete everything to the right of that red mark. Everything. So, not just audio, everything in the top track and the bottom track. So I want to delete my audio. Delete. And then there we go. That's where I started recording. I didn't draw anything right away, so nothing happens. And I'm going to scroll through my timeline. Okay, and then this is where I started writing. There we go. So let's say I really don't like that line. I want to get rid of that line in my animation. Again, just like with audio, hold, click, delete, and it's gone. It gets kind of painstaking because every time you put your finger or pen or stylus to your screen and lift off, that's done. That's what that blue is. See, I lifted up my pen there and I made the next stroke. Each stroke is recorded, so you can go back and delete individual strokes, or if you go crazy and you just have so many strokes, you just don't want to go through and hold, delete, hold, delete. It's pretty tedious once you get a nice big file going. You can just click, oh, is it the trash? Yep, the trash can right here. Clicking this trash can, that's the brightest red, not the dull, kind of pastel-y red, will delete everything from on the right side of your bar, of that red bar. And you can see that again. So see, look at all those lines. I don't like them. I want to do them again. So I'm going to delete. And now my time is stopped at 34 seconds. And I can keep recording. Just hit record again. And now you're recording all over again. Stop. And there it is in my timeline. And you can go back in time and watch it. You can preview by pressing play. You can quick preview by upping it up to 4. Oh, hold on. Yeah. By upping the speed all the way to 16. And again, if you want to record audio with your drawing, you can do it in 2 ways. You can do it all at once. You can draw and record at the same time. But I think that might be the easiest way sometimes, or at least doing the audio first and then drawing with the audio, whichever works better for you. Because the only disadvantage to this application is you can't look at your timeline while you're recording. So, for example, like let's say I draw this drawing and I'm not talking, or I have my microphone off, but I'm recording. And I have this drawing and I want to tell students how to draw the smiley face. Okay, I haven't recorded any audio. And I stop recording and I go back. and I want to start recording audio and not draw. Okay, so I'm not going to touch my screen, but I'm going to hit record. And I'm talking. Oh, but now it started drawing. And I can't see the timeline, so I can't time my audio with my drawing. If that's something you can work around, then you can obviously do them separately. But if that is something that is kind of handicapping, I think. You can't see where your drawings are in the timeline while you're recording. So it's really hard to sync up audio after the fact, because if you, okay, I'm gonna stop recording. If I recall correctly, you can't move things in the timeline. It's not that advanced. It's not that advanced of an animation source. You can't move your timing around. It's basically what it is what it is. So I'm gonna record some audio, and hopefully this doesn't mess up in editing. All right, okay, recording the audio. Hello, hello. Okay, so there's my audio. I'm gonna go ahead and play that. Oh, wait, gotta slow it down. Okay, recording the audio. Hello, hello. All right, so see, there we go. You can see the audio's laid in there, but I wasn't able to sync it up with my drawing really. It's kind of just wherever it is, and I can't move it. Or at least as far as I know, you can't move it. Maybe in the pro version you can. This is the free version. That's pretty much everything I know about the Explain Everything app. I'm not really sure what this fun curvy ramp does up here on the far right in the top left to the right of the trash cans. I click it, nothing really happens. Splitting, oh, I have no idea what that just did. Let's do it again. That's funny. Oh, it's like it's like cutting it. Okay, see how the line is together? It like cuts it. Oh, so that's probably so you can make really minute, fine edits. There we go. That's pretty neat. You could also use it to split up your audio, like let's say you sneeze. And you want this, just that part gone, not the entire thing. There you go. It's your snipping tool. That's what it is. All right. What's that do? Whoa. Huh. It's a selector of some sort. Mix. Oh, you can insert or overwrite. Okay. Alright, so that's the last thing I guess we should talk about. Down here at the mix, you can insert, mix, or overwrite. So insert, I believe, is you can add your media. Or no, inserting is when you don't. Okay, so here's all our work so far. I want to insert something though. I want to insert between the yellow smiley face and the black smiley face that I erased. I want a blue smiley face. So I'm going to start recording there. Stop. There we go. Now it's inserted and it hasn't written over anything. See, now it's yellow, blue, black. Okay, that's pretty cool. If you do mix, it basically will add to what you've done already. So right here at this green, there's my green line. At the same time, I want to write a blue line next to it. Stop recording. There we go. See how they're overlaid? They're mixed together. There we go. Now I have my two lines happening pretty much at the same time. And then the last option, the red one, is overwrite. Now that's going to undo everything. All right. Blue line next to it. See, it's playing. Recording there. I left the mic on while I was recording, so that's what that is. And stop. Oh, I hit play, not record. Alright, try again. Record. And it's going to ask you, are you sure you're going to, are you sure? Do you want to mix it or overwrite? I want to overwrite. Okay, we're overwriting. It's going to delete everything. It's basically brand new. All those smiley faces are going to be gone. Let's draw a heart instead. Stop recording, and there we go. It overwrote everything else. Well, there you have it. There's Explain Everything in a nutshell. I'm sure there's other fun tutorials online that you can find that know a bit more than I do. I just love that it can be used as a way to make Khan Academy-like videos, and they can be very interactive. Alright, thanks for watching.